Simon, the eve of another Ashes Test series, just sum up for us what it means to the players, how different it is from a normal Test series.
It's totally different from any Test series. The history behind the whole bit of cricket is unbelievable. You know, the little urn, you're just playing with that little urn, and I know there's a lot of countries around the world that would be jealous of the fact how big the Ashes actually is, and the fact that they can't take part because it's obviously just Australia and England. For a player, it's the highest level you can play at. I feel the Aussies are the best in the world, and that's where you test yourself as against the best. Yeah,
we all remember that remarkable series back in 2005. What are your fondest memories from that time?
I think I kind of achieved what I wanted to achieve. A couple of people had doubted me in the past, labelled me as a bit of a one-trick pony with my reverse swing and stuff, and I started swinging the ball conventionally, and my confidence just grew and grew. Michael Vaughan started believing in me a lot more than previous tours, and I really found my feet. I took 2 5-wicket hauls, and it was a very, very special series for me.
Yeah, that Australia team you beat was one of the greatest of all time, really. How does this Australia team compare? It's a lot of younger players.
Yes, obviously the boys they've lost is ridiculous, really. The top order, the keeper, and Shane Warne, McGrath. It's a frightening amount of experience, really. But with the Aussies, they always put up a fight. They're a tough nation, and the young lads they've brought with them this time will work extra hard to try and fill the boots of the boys that have been. It's going to be very interesting. England are going through like a transition phase as well. There's a lot of new faces there, so I feel it's a very evenly matched series, and hopefully it'll be an exceptional one.
Yeah, the first test is always vital in any series. A different venue this time, Cardiff. How pleased as a Welsh lad are you to see it come to Cardiff?
I'll be honest, when I first found out that Cardiff had, I was shocked. I thought someone was having a joke with me. But obviously Paul Russell and Mike Fatkin, when he was at Glamorgan, have worked extra hard and putting the case forward, and they've done a marvellous job. You know, fair play to them, and I think it's a marvellous, because you know there's a lot of jealousy around the circuit where Old Trafford aren't too happy and other grounds. You know, at the end of the day, it's to be shared around now. I think that's the best thing. You know, cricket is you know, England is a British thing, and if we can get games more around the circuit, then it'll be good for cricket.
Yeah, who's the key man for England in this Test series?
I think it's pretty obvious. That's Andrew Flintoff. He's just come back to fitness. He got some runs for Lancashire in a couple of one-days, and he's back bowling quickly. And I tell you what, a couple of the Aussies would have been worrying watching that game, because you know there was obviously massive doubts about whether he was going to be fit for the series a long time ago, and you know he's worked extra hard. He's looking as fit as I've ever seen him, and it's really exciting times for him now, because this is another massive series for him at home, and that's where he tends to play his best cricket.
Yeah, and what about for the Aussies? Is it someone like Ricky Ponting, such experience, such class?
Yeah, well, I would have said Brett Lee, but unfortunately for him, you know, I do really feel for him, because he's worked so hard to get back as well. You know, he's had his injury problems over the years, as most fast bowlers do. But yeah, Ponting's a massive player for them. He's not had many runs of late, but he's the type of character that'll come into the game and get you 100. You know, he's very gutsy, and he's got plenty about him. You know, I think Mitchell Johnson's a key player for them as well. Now that Lee's out as well, he's got to take lead the attack. And you know, he's been in great form before coming over here. All right, he didn't bowl that well against the English Lions, but you know, he'll be up for the game tomorrow, and he'll be a real handful, I feel.
Yeah, just finally, Simon, what about the outcome of this first test then? Glenn McGrath's predicting a 5-0 series whitewash again. What's your thoughts on the whole test series?
I think Glenn says that every time, doesn't he? It's going to be very tight in my eyes. As I said, they're both developing sides, and it's just going to be as tight as it can be. I think my opinion is whoever holds their nerve is going to win the series. You know, the boys will realise now when they're actually in the series how tough it is. You eat and sleep cricket, and it's very tough mentally, and I just hope they're strong enough to deal with it.
Simon, thanks very much.
No worries.